Hey guys, Natalie here, Genesis 222 Marriages, certified life coach around marriage, and in particular, God ordained marriage, the ones that the Lord has predestined for us and have found each other or trying to bring them together through your single season. And if you're in a marriage covenant, then helping, coach on any issues that are going on within the marriage. And if you're divorced or separated, helping coach and guide you around if it is the Lord's will for you to be reunited with your spouse. And if that's the marriage that He has for you, okay? So we're here from the dating to the marriage covenant to help coach on this. And I'm actually truly passionate about trying to help the singles who maybe like me some years back in my mid 30s, where I had come out of a relationship, single again at this age, and kind of felt lost about where do I go? What do I do? How do I go about meeting someone? And had I had someone like a me to help coach me around everything that I know now, oh my, I think life could have been so much different. At the end of the day, our destiny was predetermined, and it's okay. It's all lessons and growth. And here I am now, so I can help teach and all the things I learned. So I want to do a reel today on another dream theme, and it's not the like I've been doing the biblical stories of showing you how God speaks to us and how He spoke to so many in the Bible on dreams. And of course, I was doing the prophetic numbers to show you another way that the Lord can use to speak to us. And like I said many times, the Lord can speak to us any way He wants. I did a post recently about the book of Numbers where the Lord used Balaam's donkey to speak to him. So, again, just another reminder that the Lord can use anything to speak to us. But I want to focus on another dream theme because, similar to the one on the last reel about having your teeth fall out or having things stolen from you in your dreams, is a good indication that the enemy's at work in your life, stealing from you, stealing some aspect or maybe all aspect, maybe your entire destiny from you. So I want to talk about serpents today. If you're having dreams about black snakes, black stretched out snakes in very different scenes, scenarios, different dreams, and you're having those dreams for months, maybe even years, then there's a very good chance that the Lord, a very high chance, maybe about 70% of the dreams, um, there's a very high chance that the Lord is using the serpent, that black serpent in those dreams, to symbolize the enemy is at work in your life. Now, if you go back to the story in the very first book of the Bible, the book of Genesis, about Adam and Eve, in that story, we know that God, told them not to eat of the tree of knowledge in the midst of the garden. Uh, of good and evil, the tree of knowledge of good and evil. He specifically told them not to eat of that tree. And of course, as we know, uh, Satan, the enemy, so he either manifested as a serpent or he either possessed the body of a serpent. Either way, he was a serpent's tongue in Eve's ears, and he went to Eve challenging what the Lord, who made everything, the creator of the heaven and earth, who just created this wonderful paradise for them, told them. And he challenged it. And of course, they failed the test, right? They failed that because Eve fell for that and she ate of that tree and she shared that with Adam. So that story highlights Satan, the serpent, as Satan and the enemy. So when you're having these dreams of serpents, it's a very, like I said, a very high percentage, 70% or so, that likelihood that the dreams that you're having is an indication that the enemy's at work in your life. So, similar to the last reel I did on losing your teeth in the dream realm, like your teeth are falling out, uh, it's just an indication of witchcraft, even could be being done on your life. Okay. Now, there's more positive dreams. So, the context of everything matters, which is why I say every time we speak about dreams to write down those dreams the moment you wake up. Because I know, even for myself, sometimes the Lord, but the dreams the Lord gives me, I think most times I remember those, but sometimes I'll have a dream and I kind of recall a good chunk of it when I wake up, but then in an hour I will kind of forget, or as the day go on, I'll forget. So that's why I document it. I go into the notepad in my phone, and you can either use a microphone, dictate if you're kind of getting ready for work or whatever, but try to just dictate every bit about the dream and document it, okay? If you're dictating, typing, whatever, but just document every bit, every thing that you can remember, how you felt, the setting, every bit of that dream is important in determining what the dream may be trying to say to you, okay? If you see yourself in a dream slaying snakes, then or serpents, then that's a good dream, because that could indicate that you're defeating the enemy and the work of the enemy in your life. If you're seeing a black serpent in a coiled form in your dream, the Lord may be using that to symbolize that the spirit of Leviathan is operating in your life, okay? And Leviathan, spirit of pride, the spirit of chaos. Like, if you are someone who's married, you're in your marriage covenant, and you feel like something is going on in your marriage with you and your husband, you feel like there's fights, there's tensions, you feel like you're saying one thing, he's not hearing you, and he's hearing something else, or vice versa. That's a very good indication that witchcraft may be operating, the enemy may be operating, and the spirit of Leviathan may be operating in your marriage. If you see what looks like a python highlighted, then that is a symbol for the python spirit. And again, the Lord may be using that to highlight that the spirit of python is operating in your life. And if you think of what a python is or does, python wraps its body around its prey, basically squeezes them to death. So it's, oppressing you. You might feel exhausted. It's kind of just, you think again of the python and what it does. Like, you feel like your life's being squeezed out of you, right? There's some heaviness, some oppression, some fatigue, things like that. It could be an indication that the spirit of Python, that Python spirit, is operating in your life. But again, I can guide you when we're sitting in our coaching session, whether you're in your single phase, because my passion is to bring those singles together with their God ordained spouses. But if you are in the marriage covenant and you have, things like this going on, then we're here to help coach around that, because it's the whole picture, right? We need that entire view of everything, of what's going on, and um, even your family history and such, to understand what could be, going on for you. And of course, if you're divorced or separated and you're trying to determine if restoration is right for you, then again, all of this is in the hands of the Lord. All of this is His will, right? So, but we'll coach you around how to go to Him and how to determine, depending on all the things that you may be experiencing. If you're experiencing dreams like this, then having these types of dreams is, like I said, a very good indication that the enemy's at work. So maybe there's a witch or a warlock at work and trying to separate your marriage, and maybe they have, right? Maybe they have been successful with doing that because maybe you did meet the one that was destined for you, and the enemy's at work trying to keep you two apart from fulfilling the destiny that the Lord has predetermined for you and your marriage and your life. So any number of scenarios could be going on, but again, we can only try to work through this together in a one-on-one coaching sessions to determine what it is. Okay, so I look forward to being able to chat with you in those. Take care.